So when we saw,
That's why they started selling Coke.
so let's say you rationally decide this country has a lot to lose. It's got very scary enemies. It needs a clandestine agency to look out for its interests. Okay? Okay, so you fund a clandestine agency. Well, then it turns out that the funding being public isn't such a good idea, that there are actually things that it has to accomplish that you don't want to leave a visible paper trail about because it's required that it be secret. So now you have a black budget. You have stuff that's opaque. But once you get a black budget, then you get to somebody inside of the agency saying, well, actually black budget isn't good enough because it's still under the control of, in our case, the Congress. That's a vulnerability. What we really need is we need funds that are not subject to anyone's control. Well, something like the CIA is in a great position to generate funds that are not on anyone's books for multiple reasons. Here's one. They are in a position to commit crimes as part of their mandate, right? So the CIA can engage in criminal activity because it needs to in order that the bad guys don't spot it as good guys, right? So once you have license or once you have the ability to get other agencies that would spot your criminal activity from acting against it, you can say, no, this is actually official business, right? Well, you can actually use that criminal activity to profit, So when we saw...
That's why they started selling Coke.
That's why the CIA was selling Coke. Exactly. They're generating their own funding.
I mean, we know they did it.
Right. We do. And
This is a fact. And again, nobody went to jail.
Right. Of course.